Hey everybody, welcome back to All Fiction is Fantasy. Daniel here. I hope you're doing well, and if you're not, I hope you are soon. Okay, today I wanted to bring you a review of my first Koontz novel, and that is right. I recently read The Watchers from 1987 by Dean R. Koontz. And yes, this was the first Koontz book I've ever read. When I started reading adult horror when I was in 7th or 8th grade, around the time this book was published, there was kind of this unwritten rule. And at that time, a reader could choose to read either King or Koontz, but never both. I'm not sure where that rule came from. I've talked to other people around my same age, and they also experienced this weird phenomenon. But I chose King, and I love Stephen King. Stephen King is one of my favorite authors, so I'm very happy with my choice, of course. And of course, that rule was very silly. Again, we're not even sure why it existed. It's not like there was even the internet back then that we had to kind of form and solidify our tribal opinions of what we believed. And but lately I've been wanting to read some Koontz, and that could be because I am slowly or maybe quickly running out of new King to read, and Koontz has a lot of novels to read, and I always like to have those kinds of authors who have a lot to offer, so there's always something new for me to read. And so I decided to pick up a few of his novels, and I wanted to start with The Watchers because this is the one that I remember specifically being on the shelf in my school library when I made the choice to read King and not Koontz. And spoiler alert, I loved this book. It was really, really good. I will say, and this is the only comparison I'm going to make to King and Koontz in this video, I don't think Koontz is as good of a prose stylist as King. When King is on, he's as good as any writer there ever was. However, the plot, the story, the characters, and the concepts in The Watcher are all great. And I was thoroughly entertained throughout. Let's read a little bit about the Watchers here. From a top secret government laboratory come two genetically altered life forms. One is a magnificent dog of astonishing intelligence, the other a hybrid monster of a brutally violent nature, and both are on the loose. Best-selling author Dean R. Koontz presents his most terrifying, dramatic, and moving novel, the explosive story of a man and a woman caught in a relentless storm of mankind's darkest creation. That's a great little blurb right there. So I am a sucker for a good story with a canine character. One of my top 10 books of all time is Sirius by Olaf Stapledon, and parts of The Watcher did remind me of Sirius. The Watchers mixes together elements of Sirius, of a Frankenstein-like exploration of humanity's hubris, supernatural hitmen, secret governmental agencies, and Cold War espionage, with a good old-fashioned monster story in which the monster isn't simply a powerful force of evil. There is a ton of heart, humanity, twists, and turns in this novel. My favorite thing about The Watchers is a parallel subplot that involves a supernatural hitman. Maybe he's supernatural. It is never spelled out precisely. And so you are left to wonder if the hitman was actually supernatural or was he just crazy. But I really liked this kind of wild card plot line that runs parallel with the main story. And when the two plot threads intersect, it's really exciting. And I didn't know where they were going to intersect, what was going to happen, and really how the two were related. Very cool. It reminded me a lot of that kind of wild card plot line that's often in a Coen Brothers script or a Coen Brothers movie. The central group of characters, we have Travis, Nora, and Einstein. So Travis is the main character, and he discovers that the dog out in the wilderness, this super intelligent dog, and together they kind of save Nora from this really creepy guy. And Nora is this kind of like sheltered woman who was somewhat probably mentally abused, psychologically abused by her dead mother or her mother. Her mother had recently died. But together, Einstein, Travis, and Nora, they come together and they start this really cool family. And I liked that central group of characters. They were well written, they were somewhat complex, and they all have really good arcs. Seeing their relationship grow was one of my favorite things about The Watchers. The final showdown is fantastic. One thing that Koontz does here is he completely nails the ending. And that last showdown is so exciting. I couldn't read fast enough. And Koontz does a fantastic job of building tension. It's a great standoff slash siege moment that I really did enjoy. One final comment is on the outsider. The outsider is the beast, is the monster, is the evil that the evil creature that was created in this lab along with Einstein the dog. But Koontz gives the outsider a great deal of humanity. The outsider has a real reason for doing the things it's doing. And by the end of the novel, I felt a great deal of compassion for the beast. And I wasn't expecting to feel that. So I was really jazzed about The Watchers, and I'm definitely going to continue reading Koontz, and I'm looking forward to discovering more about him and to reading more of his fiction. If you guys have any suggestions of what I should follow up with, please let me know in the comments below. So, all right, you guys. Well, that was my quick review for The Watchers by Dean R. Koontz from 1987. I highly recommend it. I'm really happy I'm finally getting around to reading this author. Take it easy. Bye-bye.